Hello, happy Friday. How are you? It's been a while I did live. If you're joining me here for the first time, my name is Sarami and I am an IT professional. I'm a mom of three and a proud digital business owner. So I come on here to share things about, everything, including my digital business. So I really have a topic that, really spoke to me today that I felt to share. And this is because there was a video I saw yesterday of a lady who she actually went, she had maybe something went wrong with her in terms of health wise, and she had to be at home. So she was being paid like maybe 50% of whatever it is she earned, maybe due to disability or something like that. And she made this video sharing from the depth of her heart how nobody should ever be limited to only one source of income. And that's why I'm here today, basically. For a fact, I know that only God is our source. Your job can never be your source because if that job is pulled away from you, then what next, right? Your boss is not your source. You can probably try to have good relationships at work thinking that's the reason why you will be kept on your job, but guess what? If that thing were to be pulled away from you, what would you do? Right? Don't depend on the government because the government either is not your source. They can come up with new laws and policies and things are all over the place, right? Because anyone who can feed you can actually starve you. Anyone who can feed you can starve you. And that's why it's so critical to work towards financial independence. It's not about being greedy. It's not about, and that's what people are doing because people are making money there, then I must go there. No, it's about you understanding your core reason, your purpose, your why. The thing is, it's all about building wisdom into your life by having financial independence. So, um, that being said, and I know that many of us here, we are probably some people juggle more than one job, while some even have just one, right? But I feel it's not actually wise. I will take a typical example of the way the Bible has put it. He said we should spread our whatever, spread your there's a word for it. Spread it, right? Spread your tentacles, right? So that you never know what happens in any part of the world, right? You will have safety nets to run to. So if a table, for example, were to be on one leg, how stable would that table be? Let me just ask, right? So this means that you should be looking to do something without, what's the word? Do a business without fears, without excuses, because the reasons for doing it is much bigger than whatever excuses or fears that you could ever harbor in your life, right? There's a scripture that talks about how the rich is subject to the lender. No, the poor is subject to the lender, right? Is the lender who has the leverage. You that are the one that, if you're the one that borrows, the Bible calls it you're the one that is subject to. So you shouldn't be in that spot where you're subject to something, right? God has made us to be able to rule, to be able to dominate. And many people don't realize that when you have your employment and you do not have ownership of something else, you can become financially dependent at some point, right? So we come into this online space is not about rebellion, it's not about you know greed or whatever it is. It's about responsibility, right? So for me, and for many of my business partners out there, we have seen the need to do it. Now, my question to you is what are your strong reasons for not wanting to engage in a business? What are your strong reasons for not wanting to engage in a business? Compare it to what are the reasons why you should be doing something different, right? Is it about what people will say? If what people are what people that are watching online, right? People are busy with their lives, honestly. I've come to realize that people are too busy to be concerned about what you're trying to build, right? Everybody has something they're dealing with. Everybody has issues to focus on, right? If you're asking yourself, what if I fail? Well, you haven't tried yet. So how do you know if you're going to fail, right? Anyways, this boils down to saying that financial independence, it's not about quitting your job, it's about having the right mindset now to build something that will sustain you for the future. It's about creating leverage now that we have a digital world, right? It's about building an asset, not just owning liabilities. If you were to check maybe your bank statements, how many of those transactions are money flowing in? Does money only flow in on the middle of the month and on the end of the month? Or does money flow in between here and there because you're building something on the side? If not, then it's time to leverage what you already know, what you already have. You already have gifts, you already have talents, you already have experiences. And attraction marketing and digital marketing gives you the leverage to be able to position yourself any which way you want, right? Based on your personality, your uniqueness to be able to build a business. So if this sounds like it's interesting to you, I always share about my business. So if you want to know more about the business, I can, just tell you a little bit about what it is. It is you owning a digital franchise. You own a digital franchise. That means you're not dealing with anything to do with traditional way of operating a business. We do business online and we reach out to, like, we have business partners from anywhere in the world. You'll be taught many different skills that you need to be able to succeed in the online space. So if you're somebody who is struggling with, maybe you just have one job and you're scared that, not that you're scared, but you just want to build something that will create, leverage for the future that will enable you to build more income, then this is the right place to be. You don't need to have millions. You don't need to have so much money to start. And in fact, some people start with $0 because, yes, there's something called OPM, other people's money, right? Where you do financing on it and then you're able to build a business. So I see no reason, like there is no excuse these days for not wanting to start a business. So if you know that this is interesting to you, you want to learn how to get, monetize online, you want to know how you can use leverage, right? Use the automated systems that we use to build businesses, then I'm your go-to person. I will definitely handhold you through the process to start and to scale your own digital business. Let me tell you how it works. We do have coaching, we have mentorship, we have trainings, video-based trainings, so that you're able to work well without being lost, right? Everything is curated in a way that you go step by step to make a success for yourself. So my charge to you now is don't depend on just one source of income. I find that many people who are like professionals, the mistake they basically make is this: they depend on only their earned income and they're not even able to build a business because when you're confined to just learning a profession, that's like all you know. So I'm calling you to leverage on what we have in the online space to be able to build income. We have like I would wrap it up here by saying that if this is interesting to you, you can do two things. You can either send me a DM or you can register on my website. When you register on my website, you will get access to the video-based training. And if you do send me a DM, I will give you every information that you need. You'll get a video that will give you every information that you need. My website is always displayed in the video, any video that I do concerning the business, right? So you will get access to the videos that will enable you understand how digital marketing works. So before I leave you, I want to say that 2026 is not a year to sit. It's a year to build, because this industry is growing and will continue to grow. It has come to stay, right? People are conducting transactions every day, everywhere. So definitely reach out to me if you know that you're interested to build your own online business. And if you've reached out to me before, you're still sitting on the fence, I can see you through my screen. I can see you through my screen. Yes, you that are watching me. If you've reached out to me before and you're still sitting on the fence, you're not yet sure, right? Make a decision, make a conscious decision, right? And you can only make a decision when you already have all the information that you need. So yeah, definitely reach out and we can continue the conversation. So I will definitely see you tomorrow, which is weekend. Stay blessed and enjoy the